Okay, guys, I typically do not ever do something like this, where I really just speak my mind, just as clearly as possible about something as outrageous as this article I just read. But today's the day where I'm going to do it because this has reached a fever point, where if you actually believe this, then you're fooling yourself and you're fooling everybody around you if you share an article like this. Here's the article. It says people who skip their COVID vaccine are at a higher risk of traffic accidents, according to a new study. So I'm more likely to get into a crash, to rear end somebody, to fall asleep on the wheel and like merge into the other lane and hit an oncoming car than somebody who is vaccinated, apparently. It says if you passed on getting the COVID vaccine, you might be a lot more likely to get into a car crash. Make sure you guys keep mental record of that when you're driving, so that you're a lot more aware. I mean, because I think it's very important. They say you should, right? These Canadian researchers. It says, or at least those are the findings of a new study published this month in the prestigious American Journal of Medicine. During the summer of 2021, Canadian researchers examined the encrypted government-held records of more than 11 million adults, 16% of whom hadn't received their COVID vaccine. Okay, so examined the encrypted government-held records of more than 11 million adults. Okay, so what are these encrypted government-held records, and why do they have to be encrypted, like so encrypted, right? I mean, are you keeping such sensitive data on your people that it would actually pose a security risk for somebody who's a foreign country wants to come in and exploit your nation, that you want to keep it secret and encrypted from the people? I mean, like, you actually have to put this in the article. It's like they're putting this in our face, right? Like that they're keeping all this data about us and that we're just like fucking numbers and like, and they're coming up with these stupid ass metrics and then coming up with a flimsy conclusion that apparently I am just not safe on the road anymore. They found that unvaccinated people were 72% more likely to be involved in a severe traffic crash. That means like when you get into the car, you are tomorrow 70% more likely, if you're unvaccinated, to get into a car crash. But yet, we've been driving around for about like 80, 90 years as a species without a COVID vaccine. But just now, because of some miracle or some reverse miracle in that sense, we're 72% more likely to actually, crash into another car. So now I'm like, incoherent on the road. Apparently something is affecting me to the point where like this airborne virus has made me stupid, not being able to like follow road signs and stuff like this. Okay, that is similar to the increased risk of car crashes for people with sleep apnea. Okay, so now I'm akin to a person with sleep apnea when I'm driving on the road. I'm that level of I guess dangerous is what they're trying to put here and what they're trying to propose. Do you guys get these connections that they're putting in here? All of these subtle like implications, these subtle like insults, almost definitely in your face insults if you're reading into these kind of things. It just made me so inflamed. I read this and I just wanted to punch my computer. And Yahoo Finance, I mean, I need to write them a couple emails. I need to put them on an email blast of just like, dude, like double F you. Let's keep going. It says the excess risk of car crash posed by unvaccinated drivers, quote, exceeds the safety gains from modern automobile engineering advances and also imposes risk on other road users. Okay, so the risk of me, let's break this down, guys. The excess risk, so not just the risk, the excess risk of car crash posed by me, an unvaccinated driver. I'm just putting me into this article right here, acting like it's me. I exceed the safety gains. That risk of me on the road exceeds the safety gains from modern automobile engineering advances. So even the most advanced Subaru in the world wouldn't stop, like they're, well, maybe actually this could be a thing. They can make your Subaru not work if you're unvaccinated. Because just wait till we get later in this when we talk about like the insurance and what the implications there are. But we'll just move on to the next part. It says, and again, guys, this is a 2-minute article, and every single paragraph is absolute blasphemy, lies, fake, wrong, misinformation. It says, of course, skipping a COVID vaccine does not mean that somebody will get into a car crash. Instead, the authors theorize that people who resist public health recommendations might also neglect basic road safety guidelines. Do I need to comment on this, or are you guys getting what I'm putting down or what this article is putting down? right? I also, because I am resisting the government in the COVID vaccine, that I might also resist the government in road regulations and like not driving the speed limit and not stopping at a stoplight, right? Stopping at green and going at red and speeding up at yellow. Not, I mean, we all do that anyway. Um, why would they ignore the rules of the road? Distrust the government. A belief in freedom, guys, a belief in freedom. I have freedom, motherfucker. Come and take it. Misconceptions of daily risks, quote, faith in natural protection. So now they're attacking God. They're attacking faith when these fucking dilettantes, they're over here having faith in this construct of science, which just proves their point right, because they filtrate the information through these artificially created 3-letter systems like the American Medical Association and this stupid, like this, what was this other one? The American Journal of Medicine, this prestigious journal that we're all supposed to believe and just like, bow down to, like it's a we have faith in it, right? But yet they want to come and say that why would I ignore the rules of the road because I have faith in God and natural protection? It says antipathy towards regulation. So I don't want to be regulated. Damn right, I don't want to be regulated. Is that something that you're not supposed to be empathetic towards when somebody's pushing down on you, pushing all these severe regulations on you, and dehumanizing you, turning you into a mouse? Also, poverty, misinformation. It may be contributing to this want to ignore the rules of the road. A lack of resources. We're poor. Personal beliefs. Are potential reasons. All these are potential reasons proposed by the authors for why unvaccinated people would ignore the rules of the road. The findings are significant enough that primary care doctors, get this, should consider counseling unvaccinated patients on traffic safety. So now I'm not only going to get the DMV on my ass, but my doctor is going to be telling me that I need to be regulated every step along the way, that I might be harming other people on the road. It also says, guys, and this one is huge. This one is huge. And please listen closely. It says, and insurance companies might base changes to insurance policies on vaccination data, the author suggests. So, of course, guys, this is just an article. And I know at some point, somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, this guy's going off on an article," when it's really not, there yet. This is just somebody postulating something. It's in Yahoo Finance. That's number one. Yahoo Finance has been on a fucking downward spiral for a long time. But the fact that they have the audacity to post this kind of blatant misinformation, blatant falsehood, really shows that there is a level of support for this kind of thinking. Right. And they want to push this out here towards everybody so that we are subliminally taking these things in, just being, oh, okay, yep, that's what they're doing next, right? That's what they're doing next. All this fucking short form media that we consume on a daily basis. And then I'll just conclude the rest and then finish up. It says first responders may also consider taking precautions to protect themselves from COVID while responding to traffic crashes, guys. The authors added, as it is more likely that a driver is unvaccinated than vaccinated. If, so now, the percentile of traffic crashes are more so in the field of unvaccinated people than vaccinated people. The findings suggest that unvaccinated adults need to be careful indoors with other people and outside with surrounding traffic. So not only do we have to do this fucking 6-foot distance bullshit, right? We have to wear a muzzle. We have to get mRNA injected into us that literally alters our DNA and causes blood clots and causes myocarditis, causes heart failure, stroke, yada, 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 right? Worse than any fucking thing that you could get from COVID. It says this isn't the first time that researchers have examined the link between behavior and vaccination status. Among young adults, a 2021 study published in the Journal of Bioeconomics found a what is bioeconomics? Can somebody please explain what these fancy words are? I'm sure some people who are listening would be like, yeah, I know exactly what that is, but maybe the majority of us don't. It's a progressive branch of social science that seeks to integrate the disciplines of economics and biology for the sole purpose of creating theories that do a better job at explaining economic events using a biological basis and vice versa. So yeah, that's normal. Like basing economics off of human behavior. I feel like that doesn't need to be a branch. That's just assumed, right? I mean, human behavior affects economics. That is what constitutes economics. I mean, our financial decisions on the aggregate affect the swings and sways of the economy. Where's this damn article? Did I lose it or something? Okay, here we go. So I'll restart this. Among young adults, a 2021 study published in the Journal of Bioeconomics found a correlation between self-reported risky driving and having skipped their flu vaccine. So now this exists apparently, but why didn't we know this? Why was this not talked about? Why is it a concern now? Now that we have this new airborne virus. So guys, that's the end of the article. But guys, yeah, this is just completely outrageous, blatant misinformation. If you believe this, then I'm sorry for you. I really am. Do what you want. Do what you want with your health. But don't share an article like this, because if you can read through this thing and actually like understand the implications thereof, you really should not consider sharing or even thinking about any of this as true. And guys, this American Journal of Medicine has been around for a long time, right? This is not a slight journal. They have become so corrupted that they would post something like this, antithetical to their own purpose of medicine, and doing no harm to people, but yet they are purporting this false truth, and trying to lead you towards this feeling of righteousness, because you're following something that you think is morally good, based on what they're telling you is morally good. And they're telling you that what is morally good is to get a vaccine, because apparently you will be less likely to run somebody over on the road. All right, that's it for me today, guys.